A new report says that Democrats are panicking about the wrong polls right now. While Biden's poll numbers do look horrible, the truth is that Democrats aren't focusing on what these polls are actually telling them. It's like they're ignoring it again. They forgot what James Carville said during the Clinton years. The economy's stupid. Okay. Now, why don't you lead this off with Biden's turkey speech? Okay. Did the American public buy Biden's Thanksgiving turkey speech?
Unfortunately, no, they did not. Because obviously they saw what prices are when they went to the store to buy their turkeys. So, and look, that's what the problem with these polls is. And it's one thing, I learned going through political science school is you don't just look at the number, right? The number is almost the least consequential part of the poll.
That's correct.
You have to look at the attitudes and the opinions and what is being asked and how it is being asked. And that's kind of what this whole story is trying to tell people is Democrats, look, okay, he's unpopular. Yeah, but why? He's unpopular because people have not gotten a tangible benefit from him being president of the United States, a tangible financial benefit. And then, let's
you're going to have people that are going to comment on
They're
that statement. Oh, they're going crazy. I can't believe you just said it. Well, no, they know they're tuned in. They know. Okay, he did some good stuff here.
Right,
whether it's infrastructure, whatever it is, he did some good stuff. Great, but the average voter is going to if you Google the price increases of just food at the grocery store. It's an average of 18 to 20%. So mom and pop, well, they're going to the grocery store. They're seeing cereal increased 80%, grapes, oatmeal, bacon, potatoes, apples, canned soup. That's where the story is. And the Democrats keep trying to act like that's not a problem. And they have this president get up here and make this ridiculous, absolutely outrageous Thanksgiving doesn't cost as much speech. And you're going, what in the hell are you doing? Who told you that was a good idea? So I don't know, man. It's like Carville, as weird as he is, he got it right with Bill Clinton. He said, it comes down to what mom and pop are seeing with housing. How much is it costing them to rent a home? How much is it costing them to buy food?
And when you look at it too, we got the infrastructure bill and that's great. So people are sitting at their dining room table saying, hey, we're going to have a new road. That's great. Unfortunately, we can't afford to buy a car to drive on the new road. That's the second part of the story that the Democrats are ignoring here. Yes, the economy looks better on paper than it did 2 or 3 years ago. Absolutely no question. The problem is it's looking better for Wall Street. It's looking better for the people who were already not struggling. But for the average person out there, they look at their paycheck every 2 weeks and they say, this hasn't changed in 3 years.
This story came from Politico. Politico is about as left as you can get, and they're trying to say, look, man, you need to pay attention to this. It's housing and it's everyday expenses. It's mom and pop going to the grocery store and changing their vote food item by food item. I didn't pay as much for apples last year. Now I'm paying 20% more. And you're seeing these stories where people are working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And they're saying, hell, we still can't make it. That doesn't bode well for our dear president here.
And listen, before everybody, you probably already made your comments, but let me go ahead and clarify. We're not saying Biden did that, okay?
No.
He did not increase your prices. The problem is the average voter out there doesn't understand that because they're not tuned into politics.
It doesn't make any difference.
Right.
It's Jimmy Carter, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter walked into the same thing. There was no way to turn it around, okay? Go back historically. If you connect these kinds of prices at the grocery store with a presidential run, it always bodes very poorly, not just for the president, but for the controlling political party.
Yep.
And the Democrats, as much as they hate Carville these days, they might want to bring the guy back and give him some advice. It's the economy, stupid. Thanks for joining me, Farron.
Thank you.
That's all for this week, but all of these segments are going to be posted right here on this channel in coming weeks. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I'm Mike Papantonio, and this has been America's Lawyer, where every week we tell you stories that corporate media won't tell you because their advertisers don't let them, or their political connections are just so bad or so Democrat or so Republican that they simply can't be critical of that party. We don't have that problem here. Hopefully we'll see you next time.